Hey guys, this is the Tuninator bringing another Fallout New Vegas video. I apologize for the kind of sporadic nature of my videos in the past few days. It's been kind of a busy week, so I'm definitely going to keep updating and try and get back on a more regular schedule, but just bear with me while I kind of adjust the stuff. So anyways, without further ado, this is the third Mods of the Week video. I'm going to be showing you guys 5 mods today. The new Fallout New Vegas mod manager is a different one than the one I linked last week. It's a better one, it's made by the guy who made the Fallout 3 ones, so it's more kind of quote-unquote official, if you will. Then I'm going to be showing you the Bottle That Water mod, which is the refill water bottle, which is great for if you're playing hardcore mode, for example. Then the Enclave Commander mod, which is kind of a primitive port of the Enclave Commander mod from 3, which lets you, call down troops and such. The brighter Pipboy light, which greatly enhances the light radius of your Pipboy, which is pretty much essential for Fallout, which I have, because it's so dark at night. And then the Brotherhood Silver Peak Bunker mod, which it's kind of a combination of a player home and a new quest line. You get your own kind of Brotherhood bunker, and there's actually a pretty cool story behind it, so I'm just working through that now myself, but that's really cool. So anyways, without further ado, the first mod that I just mentioned is the new Fallout mod manager by, I believe, Kaburke. This is Kaburke, I think that's his name, sorry if I'm getting that wrong, but he's the guy who did it in Fallout 3, and the one I linked last week was kind of just a stopgap by someone until this one came out. So this is kind of the official, if you will. That's not officially recognized by Bethesda, but it's pretty much the official community one. It's very good, just as good as a Fallout 3 one. You can use it to run either Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas mods. You can choose which one you want to launch. It'll auto update your mods if it can. There's a feature for that, so definitely recommend getting that. It's greatly streamlines the mod experience, much better than the one I linked last week. That one's actually been taken down because the user, I believe, he as he said, the guy who put it up himself, said it was just until the the new one came out. So I'll link that in the description. Pretty much essential if you're playing on mod in the game at all. It's a great tool. So the second one is the Bottle That Water mod, and what that essentially does is it kind of changes the name of the water bottles to drink, and then this, and you drink, and you see you get an empty water bottle. Where is that? Let's see if it appears. Yep, there we go. So it's right there. And what this actually lets you do is, if you crouch, if you have any empty water bottles, if you crouch and you go up to water source, you can refill your water. So if you use it from a dirty source, you get dirty water. Pure source, you get pure water. And it's really useful for stuff like hardcore mode. And it's also a very realistic feature, because I mean, if you're in the middle of a godforsaken wasteland, you're gonna fill up your water bottles. You're not just gonna use them and throw them away. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm told that there's also a viable canteen somewhere. I haven't found it myself, but I'm sure if you just look on the page, you can. Chet in Good Springs will sell some empty water bottles to you if you want to get started. And anyone who sells purified water, I know the guy at the 188 Trading Post does, for example. Anyone who sells purified water, it will sell water you can refill. So that's the first one. The second mod I'm going to show you guys is Enclave Commander. Might as well do it here because it's a nice empty area. Enclave Commander is let me see if I have it. It's a mod. It's kind of a port of a mod from Fallout 3. And what it did was it would give you basically the ability to call down troops of various factions, airstrikes, stuff like that. So you see you have the command radio, which is the item for that. And I'm actually going to go to the 188 Trading Post for this, just so I can show you guys exactly where you find it. So you download the mod, you'll install it, and it gives you the ability to call down 3 Enclave troopers in remnant armor with multi-blast rifles and a bunch of airstrikes and stuff. I also should note that it is not going to be continued. The guy who ported it decided to stop, so keep an eye on the Nexus for new versions of this by other people if you like it, but this particular one I'm going to link is not going to be continued. So the radio, once you enable it, the radio would be on the table right here. So you'd pick it up, and then it gets added into your inventory in the, I believe that's the aid section. So you press ground support, strike squad, and they'll come into your position. And then we're going to move a little. You see they come into the vertibird. Going to try and request some air support as well. Do a strafing run, and I'm honestly not sure where this is going to come in, so this could end extremely poorly. But we'll see how this works. I guess that was the strafing run. I'm going to do much, but you see we have the 3 Enclave guys here. Let's try one other command, because the strafe, if that was a strafing run, it's kind of lame. let's try a missile strike. And this, I'm gonna kind of back away from where I was. Because in 3 it had kind of a targeting reticle, but it doesn't in this. I guess it probably just aims at your cursor. Yeah, see, there you go. You can call in some heavy air support, you can get some ground troops with you, so it's not quite as impressive as the 1 in 3 was, which had a lot more time put into it, but I'm sure with time someone will make a more lengthy port of it, and this is kind of a good standby or filler in the meantime. So we'll try and dismiss them, and again, everything comes through the command radio, so make sure you don't throw it away or something like that. So dismiss the squad, and they'll just disappear. Alright. So the next mod, I'm going to show you the last 2 mods at the same time. And what one of them is the Brotherhood Silver Peak Bunker, which adds basically what's a player house. It's kind of like a Brotherhood bunker. You're sort of given your own faction. I don't want to spoil any of the story behind it, but it's quite cool. I've only gotten a little ways in. I'm already impressed, and it looks like it's going to be supported very well. So the bunker's up here behind the Silver Peak mine. It's a little tricky to get up to. I had to do a lot of jumping and stuff. I'm sure I was not going the right way because I had the invisible wall remover, so I just kind of went straight at it. But we'll go here, and if you like the Brotherhood, this is definitely a must-have mod because it's very cool. The player home is great. It's accessible. And just the story itself, I'm liking it a lot so far. It's logical, interesting, and it's more Brotherhood stuff, so you gotta love it. So I'll give a quick tour of this, and I'll talk about the last mod at the same time. So the last mod is the brighter Pipboy light. So I'll hit it, and you can see the light is much brighter. This is basically if you were having a lot of trouble with Fallout, for instance, when it's really dark at night and your Pipboy light is just tiny. This makes it throw off a lot more light. It's better for exploring indoors, great for going around at night Fallout. So it's not really a necessity, but if you like having a little more light to see, especially using Fallout, or Fallout rather, then definitely get this. So anyways, we're in the Brotherhood bunker. You go down in here. You know, there's a guy sending. Yeah, that's a guy I just equipped in an item you can get. I don't want to spoil how to get that, but yeah, their physics with the table are a little weird, but it's nothing too critical. Yeah, you can see it's still a little buggy, but it's only in here that they really have issues, so let's try and look past that, I guess. Oh. Yeah, so that's a little weird, but I've never actually seen that happen before, so I assume it's just bugging. It's still in very early stages of the mod, so give it the benefit of the doubt. But anyways, these are some guys. He's the guy you talk to kind of recruit your own troops, not sure he's looking around. This is one of the troopers. Yeah, it's definitely bugging out. I've never seen it do that. So apologies for it doing that right now, guys. But just want to let you know, it's never done this for me before. So don't let it kind of ruin your impression of it. So you see, we have some cool stuff in here. Wasteland Survival Guide. You can use this to change the theme of your room. Sin City, you'll make it, you know, like Vegas, you know, swinger, Gomorrah thing. You know, see there. You know, if you're a big ladies man, you might want to go with this room set. And you have the Fortress of Solitude theme, which is very much so just kind of the generic Brotherhood. It's pretty cool. I go with this one because I'm a big fan of the Brotherhood logo, as you can no doubt tell. But anyways, this is the final area for right now. She's kind of a bit of an ammo store. You can talk to her and she'll sell some stuff to you. Terminal doesn't do anything so far that I've seen. There's a workbench. There's schematics for the Tesla cannon. Oh yeah, I picked them up and put them back on the table to show you guys so they glitch through a little, but normally they're resting on top of that totally fine. So that is my fault, that is not the mods. Anyway, you go in here, you know, there's armory, not a lot of stuff in here right now. I don't know if it expands later, but you can get some hardened power armor. There's another set of that here. It's basically just better T-51B, so, and it looks pretty sweet. So this is clinics and first aid supplies. You know, my first infirmary, like in Fallout 3. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole bunker. It's really cool. I really like this mod. I'm a huge Brotherhood fan, as you can no doubt tell, so I'm definitely going to be following this very closely, see where it goes. The quest line seems very good so far. I'm very impressed. And yeah, please ignore the teleporting NPCs. I've never seen them do that before. I think it's just a little bug, because again, this mod is in very early stages, so don't let that tarnish your perception of what is otherwise,
what do you need?
So far, a pretty good mod. So yeah, that's all the mods for today. I do want to say that I'm sorry I haven't been kind of crediting the people who sent mods into me so far. I'm going to try and kind of write that down for the future, but the person I can credit for this week is Henderson 2K10 did send me the Bottle That Water mod, and then somebody else sent me the light mod, which I really do appreciate. He's open for one of those. So I'm sorry I can't remember your name at the moment, but I will write down the names for all suggestions in the future. So yeah, this has been Mods of the Week. Thanks for watching, and I'll try and get a Mercy and Pimp Boy yet up later. This is the Tunator, and I'll see y'all later.